I haven't done this in such a long time. Fuck. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy 2023. This is gonna be the first video of many videos of 2023. Today's video is gonna be a good old-fashioned review video. We're gonna go over r.e.m beauty. We're gonna go about prices, consistency, quality. Is it worth it? Is it not? If you are interested in learning more about this brand, then just keep watching. Now, I had heard of r.e.m beauty before, but I had no idea what it was about. I had no idea that it was Ariana Grande's makeup line at all whatsoever. I had just looked at the packaging and it really had caught my eye. I think that's the number one thing. Their packaging is very unique. Yeah, so I have no idea when they launched, but I did want to give it a try. I know that a lot of artists are coming out with their own beauty brands, and honestly, I'm kind of tired of it. There are very few people that I feel like are pulling it off in a very authentic way. This brand caught me with the packaging even before I knew it was Ariana Grande. Like that's my deal with it. Like I want to be attracted to it without knowing the name behind it, and then it stands on its own even when it has an artist behind. So I'm just really excited to try these on, see what they're all about. I feel like they're pulling out really well. I did a shoot recently with my sister and I did try some of these products and I'm pleasantly surprised with how they work. But some of these products I have not tested, some I have, so I can give you a good idea. Like I can give you a full review of the ones that I did, and then we can do a first try on with you guys with the ones that I haven't. I would love to know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And let's get started. I'm gonna go over eyeshadow first, then liner, and then lipsticks. So the liquid eyeshadows are called Midnight Shadows. They're liquid. I have very little experience with liquid eyeshadows. I'm very terrified, very intimidated by them because they're not your typical powdery, which I feel like gives you more control when it comes to usage. But the packaging was so cool that I just had to try it. I actually got two colors. I got Experiment, which is this pink metallic one, and then I got Science Fair, which is the purple glittery one. So I did try Science Fair on my sister. You can see a picture here. It looks gorgeous, beautiful. It's super pigmented. It's delicious. Okay, I'm just gonna run you through the product description and then, talk you all about it. The Midnight Shadows Lustrous Liquid Eyeshadow is 16 bucks, which honestly, for what I tried with this one, seems pretty reasonable. It brings 0.13 fluid ounces, which I feel is more than enough, especially even if you're a makeup artist. I feel like this is gonna last pretty long, and for 16 bucks and the quality that I got so far, I think it's pretty good. An eyeshadow that offers long-wearing, powerfully pigmented, waterproof shadow in a luxe gel formula. The benefits are that it's long-wearing, waterproof, crease-resistant, clean ingredients, vegan, sustainable packaging. The Luxe Liquid Gel formula helps give the look of a smoother skin and can be applied all over lids and used as a liner with the fluffy, tapered teardrop applicator. Honestly, I love the packaging. I love the applicator. I don't think you can do a liner with this personally, but I think it's really cool. I think the way that they planned out this product and that they develop it is amazing. Presentation is beautiful. I do feel that they did a really good job with packaging in the sense that even though it's 16 bucks, it feels, it feels more luxe than what it actually costs. So that's always a nice touch. Just like I said, I already tested this eyeshadow. You can see it with my sister, and I agree. I 100% agree. It does 100% what it says it's gonna be, especially this one. I was kind of afraid that it was gonna be blotchy. It was gonna be patchy application because it's glitter and gel. But when I did it with my sister, I literally tapped it through and it was beautiful, pigmented, full-on purple eyeshadow. And I am super excited to try this out. This is gonna be probably in the next video. Try this out with a very dark base so that the purple even shines through more. I'm super excited to play around with this color, but just so you know, this already has my approval. It's a 10 out of 10. Price, quality, packaging. I think they did a really great job with this. I'm still gonna try it out. I'm still gonna try it out right now. I'm gonna prep my brows, prep my eyes, and we can test this one. This shade, just like I said, it's called Experiment. This is more of a metallic. This is not so much glittery, which honestly, I tried it in my hand and it feels great. So right now, expectations are right here and I feel like the product is gonna meet it. So I feel like we know how this is gonna go, at least for the eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm gonna be back in a second. I'm gonna prep my brows, prep my eyes, and try this out, see how it looks. Hey guys, it looks a little bit crazy, but I have a good vision of what this makeup will look like in the end. So just stay with me. So this is something I really like about the liquid eyeshadows, especially it being gel, is that it's really easy for those of us that struggle with crease, like with cut creases. I really do. I suck with the, you know, concealer and then adding and whatnot. So this just kind of skips this step. You just have to be, you know, super mindful when you're doing it. But I did the same process with my sister. Like I did her full on eyeshadow and then I just dabbed in her crease. Like I just curved it and it did really well. Again, it didn't crease at all. Like it just stayed put for the whole shoot and it looked amazing. So I want to do the same with this color and see how it looks. Just a flat brush and then I just put the brush on the little applicator and I take it in because I do find that it works best when you like put it directly rather than with your hand. Also putting it on, it works, but just to carve it out, it's easier with a brush. Oh my god, the pigment. This looks so fucking nice already. Look at that pigmentation. And the camera doesn't even do justice to how beautiful it looks. It's just so shiny and bright, and it has very little glittery particles, which I didn't notice at first, which make it shine even more. So I'm really excited how this is gonna turn out. And I just go out a little bit higher, again, because I have folded creases, so when I look up, if I just do my eye, you won't be able to see it, so I just go a little bit higher, so when I look directly at you, you can still see that glitter. I'm just gonna wait for this to dry out a little bit, because I don't want it to crease. And in my experience, when I did this with my sister, I just let it dry a little bit, and then I used a little bit of the powder shadow to blend it out. Even though when I pat it in like this, I don't feel like it looks too harsh already, but if you want to be super perfectionist and whatnot, you can just weed it out a little bit and then just use powder to place it on top, like to blend it out. That's also something that I'm starting to like about here that I'm noticing, is that you can play a lot with this eyeshadow, whether you want it to be super intense or whether you want it a light wash of glitter. You can definitely put it in your hand and have it be a lighter application. So that's really cool. Like, it's a versatile product. So this is what it looks like when you apply directly from the applicator. But actually, I feel like that gave me a cleaner application than the brush, so that's something to keep in mind now that I'm looking at it. It looks smoother on this side, which is what they were claiming. So maybe just carving out on the top and then just using the applicator might be the best use of this, because it does look smoother on the left side than on the right side. But that hasn't dried out too, so we'll see. Okay, so I waited a little bit for it to dry out. It looks pretty good to me. Oops. See, this is what I mean with the applicator. Over applied a little. Honestly, this is super pretty. I really like it. I do feel that this kind of product though, you can't really mess too much with it, like once it's in place. I'm just gonna, again, use the brush that I used to put on the eyeshadow before. I'm just gonna try to blend it out a little bit. See what I mean? Like once it's put, it's really tough to blend out. Like that's it. There's no second chance with this product. Just be very mindful that once you place a product, it's going to stay there. Like try to use it and work it while it's wet, because once it's dried out, that's it. There's no second chances unless you take it off and start all over again, which I'm not doing. Oh, see something. So when I lower down my lid, there's a little blotchy spot here. I don't know if I can fix it, just by tapping it out. So that didn't happen with the other one. Like when I did that to my sister, it pretty much stayed in place. I don't know if that's because this is metallic and the other one's glittery, but it's not happening to the one where I did it with a brush with, which was tapping motions. So I'm gonna, oh fuck, the liner. Oh my god, I'm not looking forward to this. So I'm gonna walk you guys through the liner before we touch on it. I have not used this product before, so that's something to keep in mind. This is kind of like a marker. It's called the At the Borderline eyeliner marker. Yeah, that makes sense. It is kind of like a marker, but the At the Borderline eyeliner marker is 19 bucks, which it's not intensely expensive, but there are definitely cheaper products. that can get the job done, I don't know, but definitely there are cheaper products. I don't tend to buy liners because I'm not a fan of them. It requires a firm, steady hand that I just don't have. It delivers a waterproof, smudge-proof, bold black line that lasts up to 48 hours. I do agree with that. So when I received the product, I put it on my hand and it does dry out, and you rub it in and it doesn't move, which I do appreciate because I tend to touch my face all the time, and it stayed there. It stayed there for a long time, like the whole day. Even when I showered, I had to like purposely clean it so that it would leave my skin. So I do agree that it does what it says it's gonna do. Do I want to apply it right now? I think I have a solid job here, so I'm just gonna do a very thin line, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't want to mess this look up. I haven't done a liner in a million years, so I'm just gonna do like a simple line. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. But does it do what it says it's gonna do? I think it does, honestly, because when I apply it, and I'm gonna show you guys something, it looks wet at the beginning, but then it dries out, looks matte, and it stays in place forever. So that's kind of all you want in a liner. At least that's kind of all I want in a liner. I'm just gonna go in and line out the end of my shadow. Okay, so now I have full concrete thoughts. I am gonna fix this because this is not what I had in plan. And obviously I'm not great at doing cat eyes, but I will say something. I have used other marker eyeliners, kind of like the Stila one, where the tip is actually hard rather than flimsy. This one bends to your eye shape, so if you press it, it's gonna move, if that makes sense. Let me kind of show you that here. So when you use it, if you press it, it's gonna, like the tip, it's gonna bend. So the deal with that is that you have to be super mindful when you're using this product. I'm not a fan of these kind of liners because I do want something hard so that I can create that shape, so that it's easier for me to create that shape. So it's up to you, honestly. This is not a bad product, it's just not my cup of tea. Is it worth 19 bucks? I think so, because it does what it says it's gonna do, and it's not, honestly, the most expensive liner out there. It's pretty much in between. It's more of a matter of preference rather than quality here. I'm gonna go fix this and I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and then we're gonna test the lipsticks. Okay, so I finished my face and I have some notes on the eyeshadow. I did take some of it off on this side and redid it because it was just awful. Like, there was too much product and it was starting to crease and it wasn't perfectly in line and it just bothered me, so I played with it a little bit more. What I noticed was that, first of all, this eyeshadow plays a lot with light, so some spots like on the outer corner or inner corner might look darker, but when I turn around, they look just as bright and impactful as, you know, the rest of the eyeshadow. It just plays a lot with light. The other thing that I'd suggest you is to really be mindful of the application, because if you apply too much, it's going to crease, it's going to crumble. This is me being super duper nitty gritty about it. It's that it's starting to crease a little bit on this side. It started to crumble a little bit. Then again, I know that I over applied. Honestly, when I look at the camera, it looks amazing. This is just me being super nitty gritty about it. Other than that, I think it works well. I'd give this, instead of a 10 out of 10, I'd give this a 9. The glitter was definitely easier to play with than the metallic version of this, so that's just something to keep in mind. So the last two products that I got were the liquid lipstick and the lipstick. So the first thing I want to talk about is On Your Color Classic Lipstick. I love the presentation of this product so much. I thought it was so unique. I love that you can see the color at the top, and also that it's like so thin and metallic. I don't know, I think this looks very luxe. Like, this is the kind of product that I like having on my purse so that I can pull it out and show off. Yes, there are some products that are like that. So this lipstick cost $19. On the website it says this is the must-have lip layer that offers vivid color and a creamy satin finish with a one-stroke application and lasting comfort. I have tried this. I did use it a couple of times already. I love the color that I chose. This one is Cuddly, which is a rich red brown. I do love the color. I love the applicator. I do love this formula as well. Just like it said, it's a true satin finish. It feels delicious on the lips. Is this a perfect day-to-day color? Obviously for me it's not, because it's too much and I live from home and I don't wear lipstick on the go, but I do love how this lipstick looks and feels, especially because I have very dry lips. And for some stupid reason, I don't have a chapstick at hand constantly. So I love products like this that I don't need to prep my lips for them. They just make my lips look better. So I'm just gonna try this one out for you guys. So just like you could see, one stroke and it was full on pigmentation, which is something that I also like. So some days, well, for the day-to-day, I don't like a super pigmented lipstick, but I do prefer having to lower down a lipstick to like a softer look than having to pile on a bunch of products so that it looks like an actual color. And it's so soft and it smells so nice. It's like this light smell. It's not overwhelming, it's very soft. This is something that it's gonna go into a purse, definitely, permanently. Now before I take this off, I'm gonna show you guys the other lipstick. This is a liquid lipstick. Yes, they are very similar, but one is brownier and this one's pinkier. This is the On Your Color liquid lipstick. It's also 19 bucks. So I didn't mention it, but the classic lipstick brings 0.12 ounces and the liquid lipstick brings 0.32 ounces. So that's something to keep in mind. This one brings a whole lot more product than this one. So going back to the liquid lipstick, it's 19 bucks, 0.32 ounces. On the website, it says that it imparts supercharged transfer-proof color with a matte finish that lasts up to 16 hours without drying out the lips. Now, I did try this before, and I will take this off to show you guys, and I do 100% agree with the not drying out part. This reminds me a lot of the Rare Beauty liquid lipsticks in the sense that you put them on and they feel almost like pillowy. It's not drying at all. Back in the day when I didn't know anything about makeup, I had the ColourPop liquid lipsticks and they used to dry out the shit out of my mouth. Like I had to prepare my lips for the experience so that I could wear it out. But with this, I honestly do well with just a little bit of chapstick because I don't want to put too much so that it stays on top. It dries down pretty well. Does feel very pillowy and very soft to the lips. It doesn't feel drying at all, which I do enjoy from a matte lipstick. So I will put this on for the sake of this video and to show you guys how it looks, but already a 10 out of 10 for me. Oh, it feels so soft. It feels like, I don't even know how to explain it. Pillowy is the right word because it doesn't feel like you're putting a liquid lipstick on. I do like that it doesn't highlight the little creases in my mouth, like the little creases in my lips. I do like the application. It's so soft, feels like I have nothing on my lips. It definitely doesn't feel like a matte lipstick. Let me actually bring you guys closer. So this is what it looks like. I did test it out the day of the shoot by myself and with my sister, and it does last long. I do enjoy that. It is transfer proof, so let me just wait for this to dry out so that I can kiss my hand and show you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna test it out on my hand. So my hand has nothing. It's empty, so it does the job. I do like it. It's 19 bucks. Honestly, this brand is not drugstore, but I don't feel like it's extreme high-end where it's unattainable. Do I love these lipsticks? Yes. Would I buy them again? Also yes. So there you go, guys. These are the products that I bought from r.e.m Beauty. I enjoy them plenty. The eyeshadows, you just have to learn to work with them. That's the only deal. But for 16 bucks for the amount of product that you get and for the pigment that you get. And I went to the bathroom and it was a darker lighting than what I have right now. And the eyeshadow, you just can't miss it. It's kind of the eyeshadow that you see someone walk into a room and you can't help but notice it. So I do like it. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 just because it's a little bit harder to work with, but it's solid. Great product. The eyeliner, I'm not a fan of it. It's just not my way to work with a liner. Is it a bad product? Not at all. I think it works. It does what it's supposed to do. If you've tried it before, I'd love to hear your thoughts or any tips on how to use it. Lastly, the classic lipstick and the liquid lipstick, Chef Kiss. For it being an Ariana Grande brand, which, you know, she's very famous, very well known, very well liked, I think they're pretty well priced for what they are, and I think they're worth buying. They're really cute. I love the packaging too. It's very unique. That was pretty much it for today, guys. A simple to the point review. I would love to know your thoughts on this brand. I would love to know if you guys like any other products The rest of the line that they had didn't really call my attention. I also live on a budget. If you guys know any of the products that I didn't test here that are really good, I'd love to know in the comment section below. If you guys would love to see any other brand review, let me know and I'll test it out. I kind of have some other things in the work right now when it comes to reviews, but I'm always open to suggestions. That was pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.